The twins were born June 6th at 31 weeks, so about 9 weeks premature, and they were transferred to Arkansas Children's. Sebastian was transferred at 10 days old, so June 16th, and Sophia transferred shortly over at the end of July. Sebastian was transferred over to Arkansas Children's on June 16th at 10 days of life due to concerns for necrotizing enterocolitis they noticed at UAMS the night before. His stomach became distended, he was having trouble breathing, he was discolored and vomiting, and those are all red flags pointing towards NEC. NEC, from my understanding, is an infection of the intestinal tract. It's pretty scary. It is very, very serious, and it affects primarily premature babies born between, I believe, 22 to 32 weeks, and so Sebastian was right in that sweet spot, and unfortunately he came down with it. It ate at his intestinal tract and put holes in it, so they transferred him over here so that he could be under the watchful eye of the experts in all-around neonatology care. After about 15-20 days, he was feeling better, he was acting better, he looked great, his SATs were fantastic, and then we got a call from Dr. Rachel DeLong at about 6 or so a.m. after his first x-ray of the day saying they just don't like what they see on the x-ray, surgery's gonna get in there.
Now, when Sebastian first came to the NICU, he was started on antibiotics, did gut rest, IV nutrition, all the things we typically do for that, kind of what we call our medical management, and he got on track, he was doing better. But as we trended our labs, different markers of inflammation and things that are telling us he's sick, we decided that we need to operate. Sebastian, when they opened him up, he had a lot of adhesions, which is basically kind of scar tissue that the body makes in reaction to infection. So things were they had to dissect really carefully, but the portion of bowel they found, was perforated. It was kind of walled off, so that portion had to come out. And the other kind of different thing about Sebastian's case that not all babies end up with an ostomy afterward. So because his belly, things were so inflamed and angry, to put the portion of, intestine back together, it's not going to heal well. Things are angry, and that just increases our risk for complications. So that's what we do. That's when the surgeons do something called a diverting ostomy.
So his reanastomosis procedure was basically taking the ends of his intestines that were out of his body, his mucus fistula and his ileostomy, and connecting them together again. They opened up his incision from his previous surgery, went in there and made sure there wasn't any more adhesions, there wasn't any more holes or little bits that were dying or any strictures that wouldn't allow stuff to pass through. And they took a little bit off of either end that had been hanging out and just stitched it together. Being in the hospital for 193 days was not without its challenges. It was incredibly hard, and it would have been a lot harder had it not been for the relationships that we made along the way. We made long-lasting relationships with our nurses and our techs and our doctors and the receptionists and the janitors and it was hard to leave after 193 days. This NICU became like our home. We were here every single day for hours on end. I was not prepared to feel so sad about leaving all of our friends. When we finally set foot out of the hospital, we got to the car and we set them in and we looked at each other. We said, are we really doing this? Is this finally happening? The moment was so surreal, and we were dead quiet the entire 35-minute drive home. There was not a single peep made. We pulled up to the house and we got him out. When we got to the front door, it was just like the entire almost 200-day stay came crashing down. All those emotions that had been pent up and festering for so long came out. We were just an absolute mess getting there, and we couldn't believe it. We kept having to pinch ourselves, thinking, is this a dream? And I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought, I should check the angel eye camera, see what Sebastian's up to. And I realized he's in the nursery right next door, and we go over there and just in disbelief, we were staring at him. And it was incredible.
To get to this point now, coming home feels like just this exhilarating experience. It can be a long day, but coming in and I see both of them looking up at me and Sebastian, he can say dad, dad. So he doesn't know what it means, but he's over here babbling da, da, da. It just warms my heart. And Sophia's got the prettiest giggle and smile. And, it has been so rewarding being able to come out on the other side of this, knowing that I'm able to have my family together. And it's because of the work done at Arkansas Children's. If I can say anything to Arkansas Children's and the staff that is here, thank you so much. You gave me my son, and we're very thankful.